Panharmonicon presents a podcast.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs. I find it amazing how many movies and like media have then taken that line and just done it. I'm thinking like Community, and even when I was playing Chronos, there was this part in it where you're trying to get this character, one of the like main characters of the story, but not the character you play with.
Yeah.
Like they're trapped in an elevator, and you walk past it and you hear her say that, and I'm like,
That's awesome. There was a song that sampled like "Welcome to the Party, Pal," like right before it dropped. And I'm like, this is so good.
yeah,
This is so good.
Welcome to the party,
Party,
pal. And the dude's name is Al. Welcome to the party, Al. Police Al. Contraction, pal.
Whoa, John McClane's so smart. Welcome. We don't know how to start any episodes. Welcome to the episode.
We always start with the cold open.
Yeah, kinda.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone, to yet another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents.
A podcast.
Yeah.
A podcast. My best John McClane.
A podcast. That wasn't. Sorry.
I
lost it too. It
I
was
don't have
not.
one in me, so I am one of your hosts, Damon.
I'm one of your hosts, Andrew.
And your third host, Farron.
And before we get started with our festivities, as we begin the month of Christmas, if you could take a moment for us and on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down if you don't like what you've been subjected to, and comment. Let us know what you've been thinking about. Let us definitely know what you think about this movie, because I'm going to break it all right down here. I posit the question to you, audience. I've already posited it to them. We probably will get into it, but still, I posit it to you, audience. Do you view the movie that we are doing today, Die Hard, as a Christmas movie? Let us know, and we will let you know how we feel about it as we go on today. Spotify, if you can give us a rating from 1 to 5 based off of how you feel, and also comment what you think about Die Hard being a Christmas movie, because I do want to know. I have my thoughts based off of that. You can probably tell how I feel about it, but also on YouTube, because I forgot, if you can subscribe if you have not subscribed, just simply because it lets you know when we're putting out stuff. And hit that notification bell so that you definitely know. But hit that subscribe for us so that we can, add numbers to our movie club here. Because ultimately, you guys are all in the movie club with us. And I'm not talking about the one on those at the beginning of the what cinema is that? Not Regal, but Cinemark. Not that movie club. Not the one where
No free tickets.
Not the one where they're like, "Yo, you're sleeping with the fishes." Yeah, it's a movie club. Just do movies. Not that one, but the movie club that we have, where we introduce a movie to the group and we all talk about it. With that out of the way, those little formalities. How you guys been? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I was looking at the calendar like, oh dang, that was the last time that I guess I didn't realize how far
In advance, peek behind the screen, we recorded a bunch of episodes. We were really on top of things, and then we're like, all right, we have all this done. See you in 2 months.
Au revoir.
You guys worked on some stuff. You did some What the Hell Was.
Yeah, I did.
So you were productive, at least. You did a Let's Play?
Yeah.
'Cause that's done,
a
right?
whole Let's Play.
Yeah, you did a whole Let's Play. Yeah.
Done.
Wow.
Got that out there. Yeah, it's just fun experimenting with some new stuff. It came with its own frustrations. There were times when, like, I went through one of the times I went through an entire playthrough, like part of the playthrough, and did not record. Nothing got recorded on one of the mics, and that was frustrating.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was so frustrating, and having to go through that again, and some other technical difficulties that occurred, but we got through it, and it was fun. I've tried to set up like just getting a camera established and doing that, but then it's odd because in connecting like the lav mics that we have, it's weird because it doesn't. When using the lav mics and then connecting that receiver to the phones, the sound just doesn't sound as good as if you just didn't have it connected at all.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. Like it just.
I think that's the
sounds
way
like
those
it's coming
live
through the
mics are
phone.
designed. I think they because they have that like on device storage, so they probably are meant to just be
Recording devices.
devices.
Yeah.
Because it's when I replayed the video, it just kind of sounded like it was all the audio was recorded through the phone, which is not what I was looking for. But we're learning.
Hey.
Call
We're
him Mike Seaver.
children. We're children. Kung Pao. That scene also just. Have you ever seen Kung Pao?
I don't think so.
Into the Fist.
Into the fist.
Okay, so I've seen 45 minutes of it, I think, but
Yeah. Put it on the list.
yes, but I need
list.
to actually watch it. Yes, it's been recommended, I think, probably 100 times to me at this point. So
We definitely have to do it.
yeah.
Because at this point,
Oh, we could do a Kung Fu month.
that
would be
We'll
fun.
do a Kung Fu month. Put
Kung
that
Fu
on there.
month. Yeah, let's
Rebirth
what's-
January.
Rebirth.
Feng Shui.
How you doing?
Yeah, been good. I like you said, I did do So What the Hell, which was I think I've done 2 since
I think
Yeah.
so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Captain America and No Holds Barred,
Yes.
which did garner some comments, which I'm grateful for comments, guys. Like, if you ain't feeling it, let me know, and I'll have a discussion with you. I'm here for the discussions.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I just found it to be an extremely goofy movie. And not goofy as in like the goofy movie, but goofy as in it was just a goofy movie.
Yeah.
My next one is the 94 unreleased Fantastic Four
Oh.
movie.
Yeah.
So look forward to that one. And I think after that, I'm going to do Solar Babies.
Okay.
So,
Solar
Excuse me?
Babies.
yeah,
Have you heard of Solar Babies?
I've never heard
okay,
of Solar
me
Babies.
either.
What?
I'm just trying to find movies. My whole thing about like So What the Hell is either watching movies that I did watch like a really long time ago and giving them like a fresh like look,
Yeah.
or something that I've just never seen before, and I don't think a lot of people have seen. One of which is Solar Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
This is a
for sure
first.
haven't seen it. Yeah.
It just sounds like some kind of like niche Marvel property,
Yeah. For sure.
like Guardians of the Galaxy
The
meets Solar Babies.
Babies. We are the Solar Babies. It's like a movie about like the sun like doing like I guess like kind of like nuclear fallout, but it's like the sun and like these people have to like survive, and it's a bunch of like teens and they call themselves the Solar Babies.
So they're not babies?
No,
I was expecting like diapers and
Yeah, dude. I was thinking it's
like a
some,
Jack Jack situation from the
Jack Jack?
Incredibles.
yeah, from
Oh, from the
Incredibles.
Incredibles.
Yeah,
Okay,
like the
gotcha.
yeah, the child. Well, I guess they're 3 children, but the baby.
The baby of the bunch.
Yeah, I was thinking like baby geniuses, like they're like I don't know, anywhere from like 1 to 2 to maybe 3 years old max, and they're just super powered babies that were just doing stuff.
But
That'd be Solar
geniuses.
toddlers, wouldn't it?
Have you ever seen
Ooh.
Haven't you ever seen Baby Geniuses?
I don't think so.
Have you ever heard of Baby Geniuses?
I've heard of Boy Genius.
Oh, like Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius?
Well, yes, but I was thinking the band. I've heard of lesbians, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you don't know Boy Geniuses. Okay.
Too? Is that what it is?
I'll cut this out, don't worry.
I love
boy.
that out of context.
Yeah, I've heard of
So
lesbians.
that little snippet of conversation.
That's that's our real.
How you doing?
I've been good. I've been playing the new Pokemon Legends ZA. I do like it, but Dave and I were talking about it earlier. I like that they tried something new, but I just, go back to what you know. Just throw what you know. Make it pretty, make it cool. You can do the 60 frames now. Sick. We got that locked in. Just go back to the regular stuff.
Oh, is it so much of a deviation that it's not as enjoyable?
It goes from like the turn-based stuff to like real time. So like your moves are on cooldown instead of having like, oh, you can only do 5 of this really powerful move. It's just, oh, it's like a 14-second cooldown. So like you press it and then like the move goes and then it goes on. I mean, you know how things work. But just taking that, like, it's just too, I don't know, like, it's just the quickness that you have to be, because you also like have to be locked on to a creature or like a Pokemon. So like doing any like self buffing move or like, putting up reflect or anything, you have to be locked on to someone, which I don't really like, because like if you're just doing something to yourself, like I feel like you should be able just to kind of do that. But I would say that's probably my biggest gripe with it.
Should also be noted that when he said it was real time, like you're also moving around.
That's true. Yeah.
So like it's not like you're just like on a screen where there's like you are in one corner and the opponent's in another corner. Like you're actively in an area having to move around with both you and your Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the transition of like if you look at the combat style of the original Final Fantasy VII
to like
going to what the remake was. That's okay.
So however you felt about that, you can apply that to Pokemon, and then and then you played it. But yeah, it was, I don't know. I've heard it lauded as essentially just a shiny hunting game, which I can kind of, get on board with, because it is kind of cool to like, be in a city with Pokemon. So to Detective Pikachu, the video game, isn't too bad.
So they're just like Pokemon, you're just walking around the city, Pokemon are just walking around.
There's like some birds Pokemon and like the little guy, like some little guys are kind of sparsed everywhere, but they have like wild zones. So they've like the whole, like kind of the story is like they're trying to make this city where you can live alongside Pokemon, like you can cohabitate. But instead of doing that, they put them in like wild zones. So it's like kind of, but you go into like little city blocks essentially that just Pokemon hang out in. So,
so like imagine like where you live. Like you live around people, but if you like just went down the street and like around the corner, there'd be like a park, but that park is now dedicated to having like 8 to 10 different types of Pokemon in it,
and they're just free roaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some are aggressive and some are not.
Yeah, I guess that's the other part.
For some weird reason, in some of those wild zones, there's just people standing around. They may be like selling ice cream or something, but like the Pokemon don't interact with them.
Yep. There's like a whole cafe in one, I think, if I remember correctly.
But when they see you, it's on like Donkey Kong. But
because you smell weird.
Okay. Yeah. You're not selling ice cream.
There you go. That's the reason. You don't have treats for them.
Who's this punk?
But yeah, so that's been me. Legends EA.
Dude, heck yeah, man.
And I don't have a transition for that, but before we get onto the feature presentation, I've been wanting to use that for a while now. I've been listening to our like podcast. I'm like, yeah, I want to call it the feature presentation now.
You should. We should. Yes, it fits. Like right.
It's a movie,
and I do also want to. I know we probably can't do this, but like that, it just reminds me of was the Paramount Pictures, like when you would have like a Paramount back during the VHS days.
Like the drum roll, or
it's not the drum roll from like 20th century, but it's like maybe okay, well, I'm gonna shoot for it.
You're good.
It's like now.
Oh yeah, feature presentation.
That music, that because it screams just the 90s to me, and there's so much nostalgia behind that sound. Of just like popping into VHS and then like that Paramount,
or the THX, like the really loud. Yeah, just
they need to bring that.
Rips the flesh from your bones.
They need to bring that back, man.
The jump
like
scare.
You just be in the theater. And,
in the theater, that would be wild.
I think of that. It's a super old commercial. This actually predates probably all of us. Maxwell, the audio company, had those cassettes, and they had this like commercial where they're like sound so clear and powerful, and like there's this dude, he puts in like this cassette into his like stereo, and then he goes and he like sits in this like chair,
Yeah.
And then like the stereo just like blasts like opera music so loud at him, and he's like sitting there and he's like holding back. And it's just like, and it's like I think of that whenever I think of like the THX sound. But yeah, before we get into our feature presentation, we're gonna get into a little segment called movie plots explained poorly.
Brain teaser.
And brain teasers, if you will. It's just a little thing I do with the guys where I take some movie plots explained poorly from the subreddit of the same name and see if they can figure out what the movie is. And I've gotten a lot since we've last done this. But
okay,
I'm just going to do this one today.
Okay.
Which is the military doesn't know how to handle the conflict. There's some complicated science stuff.
Okay.
And in the end, it takes an unusual coalition and technique to take them down.
Technique?
Mm-hmm. This is so poorly explained that you may genuinely not get this.
Well, that is in the title, huh?
So from the beginning again, though, like the military doesn't know how to what?
They just don't know how to handle the conflict.
That's it.
Yep.
Independence Day?
No.
Ooh.
You're on the right track, though.
Ooh.
Oh.
Alien?
Alien? Oh, wait, Alien, like the sequel Aliens or the...
No. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
I'm just
trying to be here, man.
It is a 1996 film, though, just like Independence Day is. I think they may have come out roughly around the same time.
Really? Because Independence Day was a summer blockbuster, right? That was
This was not so much a summer blockbuster, but it had its viewings.
It had its viewings. What are you going to say? The box office was like $150,000 or something like...
I feel like we may have talked about the box office, but I don't think I gave the numbers for this movie. But I did bring this movie up in a previous...
in a previous episode. The military does not know how to handle the conflict. I think that's just how like all like presidents should just say things.
It's also how
like,
all
as vaguely as possible.
It's how like all military movies are, right?
Yeah. Stuff goes bad.
I've never seen one where the military was just really good at handling the conflict.
It's a 20-minute movie. Is it the day after tomorrow?
It is not the day after tomorrow.
96, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The military doesn't know how to handle the conflict. An unusual coalition, you said?
An unusual coalition and technique is used to take them down.
That's the only thing we know about how they were used to take down. That it's an unusual coalition and a technique.
Yes. Just remember that there's a conflict. There is a them to take down.
Right.
Okay.
But that's not the military. That's a different them.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said there's a conflict. Just remember, there's a conflict. You mean like in every single movie that's ever been made?
Yes, but in this one, the military doesn't know how to handle the same conflict.
Which is incredibly unique.
And there's some complicated science stuff.
Oh, we forgot about the science stuff.
Yeah.
Flubber?
No.
That was a good.
That was a good guess, though.
Thank you.
So think along the lines of like going from Flubber to Independence Day.
Okay. The Rugrats movie is not in between that, but
No.
I'm just trying to think of 1996.
Like if you think about it, it is on the like when you get the movie, you're gonna be like it is on the spectrum between Flubber and Independence Day.
Okay.
Like it's kind of, it has a goofy air about it in a way.
I'm actually really surprised that this didn't become like an animated kids show.
Whoa.
I can understand kind of why
Like a
it is because it's
franchise.
not like it does have its like moments of like kind of
Godzilla?
raunchiness. No,
Ooh.
I said it didn't become one.
It didn't become what?
An animated kid show.
Godzilla did become an animated kid show. Yep, I'm dumb. That's right. Yep.
Can we get another hint?
Think Marvin,
Marvin.
the
Martian? Oh, Space Jam?
not
Not
Space Jam. The other 96 space. The other 96 space movie.
How many space
Marvin the
movies?
Martian?
It's not Lost in Space, right?
No.
I would be like, okay. Oh my goodness. Marvin the Martian? They don't know how to handle the conflict. This is eating me from the inside out. Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, I guess the military wasn't in Space Jam, huh?
Were they not?
No, they weren't.
Okay.
Just
Somehow
basketball.
that it never got to that point. Somehow, like
They never had to call
like
in.
Michael Jordan disappearing never made news.
Well, I guess how long
Wayne
was he
Knight did a really
gone,
good
right?
job of ensuring that it didn't happen somehow.
And then Bill Murray too.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Murray just appeared.
That's true. He didn't disappear. He appeared.
All right. So we're 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I,
I think
have to.
It was
gotta
the
concede.
1996 movie Mars Attacks.
Oh my
Mars
goodness, dude! How did I
Attacks.
not even hit my brain? That was a
Is that between Flubber and?
Yeah, it was between Flubber
Okay.
and it's 100%. Yes. I think that was
on the spectrum
yeah. That
from Flubber to
you
Independence
guys
Day.
hit it out of the park with that one, 100%. Yeah.
And with Mars Attacks out of the way, let us get to our freezer presentation.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Mother.
Fucker.
What was it you said? Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Fucker. Fun fact: I was grounded for saying that on Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
You should add it to the Notions fun facts little.
Oh,
little
I
bit
should
on
have.
the kind- yeah.
I'm so
like,
sorry.
just a little personal bit.
I got that because that said
I was grounded.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother. So,
self-censored.
1988's Die Hard.
Ooh boy.
What a gem! What a classic!
Yes.
Just
It was interesting because I was like going back through. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check like the Notion calendar, but I was like just going back through and like looking at some of the like little tidbits that I didn't know about it, and just it's one of those things where it's always fascinating to me to see what could have been when you're thinking about like who they wanted for certain parts and who could have had it and what could have been. Like I think maybe we've talked about like the Matrix, for instance, and how vastly different that could have been had certain pieces stayed where they were. But yeah, it's also just interesting to see that they were that like apparently it had like mixed reviews, and then there was this sort of like reevaluation and like critical analysis, and they were like, "Wait a minute, actually, this movie's great."
That's like if I were to direct a movie, I would love for that to happen. I love for people to be like, and then just like a little bit later, like, no, actually, woo, boy, this was fire. What was I thinking when I said this was meh?
Especially for it to be like a mixed reception, but also still do well.
Yeah.
Rather than like a mixed reception where it's like a box office failure, and then people only after
it's a
the
cult
fact.
classic.
Yeah, dude, something like I think Fight Club was maybe like that, where Fight Club, if I'm not mistaken, like tanked.
I do
box
think I
office.
recall it tanking when it first came
Yeah.
out, and that one is definitely one of those like. I think certain movies do very, and I'm not saying Die Hard is one of these, but I think certain movies definitely in the '90s did amazingly well having like home releases as well as like that like showing on like HBO or Showtime or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure Fight Club was definitely one of those ones where people came out of the theater and was just like, no, like, but then like they got to sit down with it and watch it and be like, oh, there's all these hints.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. Like, this is actually really brilliant when you think about it.
The rewatchability. Was Donnie Darko like that? I don't think I remember.
I
can't really remember the reception for Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just always been that one that people are like, I've watched it a million times.
Yeah.
Because I never remember Donnie Darko being something that was advertised. It was around that age where like, I don't know what it was. Like I remember around like 2002 when we had like internet, and like we was like around the time we like initially got internet, and coming across this website that was just like a bunch of movie trailers. And I don't even know if that site still exists, but I think it might have even been an Apple website. And I remember on that site seeing things like the Resident Evil trailer for the first time and whatnot. And from there, kind of it sort of divulging into like now I'm learning about movies years before they're even released and seeing that, oh, these things go into like they're like greenlit 3 years before you even see a date. Which was super interesting, but Donnie Darko was never one of those films where like I ever even saw a trailer, anything like that. It was just something that I think I came across on the internet one day, and I was like, "What is this?" Super interesting, but
yeah. That movie felt like it just kind of like apparated
For sure.
into like the consciousness. It was just like, I'm here. I'd never recall that movie getting released, but somehow I know everyone's like knows about it and has watched it.
yeah.
Die Hard is. I kind of feel like Die Hard is sorta like that in that sense. Like obviously, I was only 1 year old in 1988, so I have no recollection whatsoever of that period of its release. But I know that like it was a risk, right? Like they only spent $30 million on it and got back almost $150 million. So apparently they wanted to use more people. Like they were looking at both Schwarzenegger and Stallone for the McClane role.
Wow.
And we're not going to get them for their budget in that period of time.
Yeah.
So they get this like very like fresh Bruce Willis. I think this is like maybe his second role ever
in a movie.
In a movie, because I think he was known from television.
Yeah.
Before this.
Yeah.
And I think he even did stage at one point. But like
really,
but I think as far as movies go,
Shakespeare.
this was his like.
Sorry.
I wish I had a Bruce Willis act.
not to be Holly.
It's the question. But
What you doing?
so when it came out, as you said, it was mixed reviews, and its box office showed because it did not do immediately well in its box office debut. Movies that came out during it were Roger Rabbit, Who Shot Roger Rabbit,
Whoa.
Big, which did numbers when it came out, Bull Durham, and one of my favorite movies, Coming to America. All movies that came out
Interesting.
during that period of time.
Well, you said it didn't do well in the box office right out of the gate, but from what I saw, like, I mean, that's a pretty decent return, though, right? Like, if
it's like
$30 million budget,
it's
versus-
overall. What I'm saying is like that weekend.
Oh, the
that it
weekend.
came out.
Oh, okay.
Like it had to compete with all those other movies. So
Do you kind of see its ability to recoup its production costs and like times what, like 5? Is like a result of how long movies stayed in theaters. Like, if it were today, do you think it would have stayed in theaters as long as it did, having not had such a
that's
bombastic
so hard
opening
to
weekend?
tell because I think when we look at today, they don't like experimental, like they don't like experiments, right? Like they need a proven commodity. If you told me like all these people, if they were already well known and then the movie came out, maybe. And it also may depend upon who put it out. I think if Sony were to put this out, they'd have probably axed it. But maybe like a Warner Brothers or like Disney, I guess they would have probably been touched on. They may have, just simply because they could fund it without like having to really worry about like eating like a bunch of costs and then hoping that it like started to rack up. But I don't think it would have reached the number it did, because I don't think it would have been able to be in the theater long enough.
Yeah.
Which is sad, really, because you can maybe recoup by putting it on your streaming service. And I guess that's what they look for now, being able to do that. But you didn't have that back then. You only had like a home release to get any additional money. So you needed that movie to sit in. Like if this were 1988, that Gem and Holograms movie would have probably lasted like 6 months before it finally got pulled, and it only lasted like 3 weeks, before Sony said nope, and just like yanked it out of theaters. So, and I think it also gives you that ability to experience like a movie in the theater when you don't have the ability to get to it like right away. And it also leaves more movies in the movie theater. Like, I don't want to like look at the thing of, like the list of movies that you have, and there's like 8 of them. Like, well, where's the other ones at? I used to like back in the day, you go like, man, they got like 2 pages. These movies on here. What am I going to see?
Waiting for the scroll. Flip over.
I read that this movie's second biggest market behind the U.S. was Japan.
Wow, that's nice.
Well, I guess that makes
It makes sense. Hey, look at that.
And 94% across the board on Rotten Tomatoes, which I do think is a first for us. That
perfectly balanced.
Perfectly balanced and that high.
Healthy.
And
Yeah,
Sick
remember, put that
reference,
little
dude.
cue in there. Yeah.
As we said before,
Little Josh Brolin.
little Josh Brolin. Fine, I'll do it myself. Like I said, skyrocketed the career of Bruce Willis. He was known, but this put him into the like the A-list.
Yeah.
Like my man was just like he was a great TV actor, and then he became a great movie actor, and then he was just hitting role after role, like right after this movie. So we'll keep it brief before we get into the movie. As I said earlier, I did say we would talk about it. Christmas movie. I am pretty sure both of you feel that this is 100% a Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it on Christmas month. I want a little Christmas month jingle. But,
Christmas month.
Christmas
31
month.
minutes.
Christmas month. It's Christmas month.
I've said my piece on this before, and I'll say it to the audience so that they can ridicule me as well. Just because a movie takes place during Christmas doesn't mean it is a Christmas movie. Having like rewatched this movie, it does lend more Christmas elements than I've given it before. But it's
subtle.
Yes,
it's not. It's not a main part of the whole movie.
There's no Santa.
Yeah.
There's no like.
I beg to differ. Carl's brother.
Whoa. Ho, ho, ho.
He had
I've got a
the
machine
hat.
gun now.
Yeah.
Is he Santa Claus?
Oh, nice. Chris Kringle.
But tell us, Carl. All of them, really. The entire group. But before we get into that, there are Christmas elements in it, but to me, I get the joke. But a Christmas movie, it does not make to me.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say, audience.
And I think I see your point in that, because your idea of like it being a Christmas movie, the plot of it has to revolve around the holiday,
Like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to what degree, in your perception, does the movie have to revolve around the holiday, around Christmas?
To me, instead of it being just the backdrop for what is happening, I do think that the elements of the plot need to steer themselves towards the fact that Christmas exists. So even if it isn't a movie that's taking place like on Christmas Day, for instance, like the way that Die Hard does, the concept of like needing to get gifts or Christmas being celebrated, and the plot being that it's Christmas time, guys, and Christmas is going to be celebrated. This time for like that the family all gets together, and maybe they don't like each other, or maybe they do love each other, but there's like an outside guy that comes in and he makes everybody have to like look inside themselves and discover the real joys of Christmas and the real joys of being with their family.
Yeah.
And maybe someone could sit down, and probably already has sat down and said, all those things happen in Die Hard. Maybe they do. I'm not thinking of that because I'm thinking about him shooting people or jumping from buildings or walking on glass barefoot.
Oof.
Like, to me, like, that's why I typically rebut with, is Iron Man 3 a Christmas movie? Mm-hmm. Like, it takes place during Christmas, but other than the mere fact that they say it like at the beginning of the movie, none of the rest of it ties into Christmas. In fact, it goes so far away from Christmas, I forgot the first time I watched it that it was
Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you land on it?
On Iron Man 3 or
on Die Hard.
Okay.
On Die Hard.
Because
That's not Die Hard. We're talking about Iron Man 3.
Plot twist.
34 minutes in. I think it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember all of your points, but I feel like some of them hit. It's just like, oh, we got to get to these kids. He came in for Christmas to see his family, and they're trying to rekindle their marriage.
Yeah, it's like it was going to be a Christmas movie, and then it got like sidetracked.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I can see why people would say it's a Christmas movie. It's just, to me, and I would almost, I don't know how the director feels at this point.
Yeah.
But maybe he embraces it.
Yeah.
After all, he probably wouldn't have put it during Christmas if it wasn't supposed to be to some degree relevant.
Yeah.
It could have been during any. And I will say, like,
yeah.
But I think also that's the thing. It kind of could have been during.
That's
anything.
true.
It could have been at Thanksgiving. scenario, or it could have been a 4th of July scenario. Like, it needed to basically be an event that required him to come from New York to Los Angeles to try to get everything rekindled with his family.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, I see where you're coming from. I definitely see where you're coming from, but there's also, I think, certain ideas, like, I mean, the whole movie, when you think about it, is in itself like a Christmas miracle. Like, one dude versus tens of terrorists, and he manages to make it out on top. And then also the little, like, sometimes you hear the little Christmas, like, ting, little bells jingling and whatnot, and Argott's comment at the end of, like, this is how you guys celebrate Christmas. Like, it's I don't know. I guess there's certain elements, and especially with the ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun, stuff like that, where I'm like, it feels Christmassy. Like, no, the plot itself isn't all about, like, I'm trying to protect these presents in the Nakatomi Plaza building to make sure that they get to my kids or something like that. But it definitely has that, like, feeling of, like, majestic Christmas miracle kind of to it. Especially the very... And I'm trying to remember... I don't know why... I don't know if this is like a Mandela effect type thing, but did it snow at the very end of the movie? Or was that... Am I just,
I think it was like
that?
The paper. I can't remember what.
Yeah,
it was like part of an explosion.
Papers from the...
So it was like their version of snow. Like, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Like,
It could have been an allegory for snow.
Hey!
You know? Because it's L.A. They don't know what snow is.
If it doesn't rain in Southern California, it definitely is going to be snowing.
Yeah, there you go. So,
L.A. gory.
Whoa.
Oh, it's an allegory, huh? Sorry.
So those are allegories specifically
For LA. For LA. Also, real quick, you might just do a quick synopsis or talk a decent amount about it. But all right, so Die Hard, folks. For those of you who somehow have been under a rock your entire life, New York City policeman John McClane is visiting his estranged wife on Christmas Eve. He joins her at a holiday party in the headquarters of the Japanese-owned business she works for. But the festivities are interrupted by a group of terrorists who take over the exclusive high-rise and everyone in it. Very soon, McClane realizes that there's no one to save the hostages but him. Wow. Did you know that this was based off of a book?
I found that out while I was doing research.
No. What book?
Nothing. I would say Nothing But Loose. Nothing Lasts Forever.
Nothing Lasts
1978 novel.
I'd like to read it.
Yeah.
Add a book club portion to our movie book club.
Also, yeah, the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. I was like, wow.
They also would not have fit.
Yeah, I really don't think they would have.
No. I do like the sort of like the everyman feel of it with Bruce Willis, because he isn't like this impossibly jacked, like, because I mean, I guess Sylvester Stallone was never like huge, but he was a jacked dude.
I mean, I think in like Rambo,
he was pretty big.
Yeah, I guess also, sorry, as like somebody who's like been in the bodybuilding.
I mean, you're in the
like,
bodybuilding, yeah.
Like,
so like to you, like that. I mean, like he's not
Arnold
as big as Arnold.
Yeah.
So
Arnold
like,
Schwarzenegger's like, yes, that's a huge dude and also super jacked. But
let's say you see that lat spread in Rambo.
Yeah, he's got some fantastic lats. I'm not trying to discredit. I mean,
got killed by an explosion. It wasn't C4, but I mean, it was a grenade. It's like, okay, yeah. There is levels to this shit.
Yeah, there definitely are. But yeah, like it just wouldn't have, I don't think it would have felt the same. So it is one of those like, oh, what would have happened? But I'm glad that we're not in that universe and that it didn't happen. I love those two as action heroes, but I mean, I think Die Hard needed to give you something different. Because there were certain things that I noticed that I don't think I had noticed before, like during this rewatch, is like, one, like how, even though John McClane is your everyman, like how they juxtapose him against everyone else around, and like their stupidity, their like inability to be tough and just to kind of bear the pain. Because did you guys notice that one scene when the SWAT are like, they're coming towards the Nakatomi, they're like storming Nakatomi building, and they're walking through that bush, and that dude gets pricked by a thorn on the road. He's like, ah! He like stopped in his tracks to address a thorn being pricked by it. And yet you have John McClane up there
walking across glass.
Yeah.
They kind of go out of their way to make like the service, like both the LAPD and the FBI, like just inept.
Yes.
With the exception, I guess, of
Al.
yeah.
Owl pal.
Everyone else is just kind of like almost cartoonishly
Yeah,
dumb.
for sure. 100%.
It's just like, especially like once the FBI shows up, and you're like, okay, guys,
It goes off the rails. Yeah.
Like nobody here
Yeah.
knows like how to handle this.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like the John McClane's in there pulling a Kevin McAllister on all these the terrorists.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do.
Which is, dude, it's so funny because I was reading that like that the term Die Hard became like shorthand, and like it's this thing that like since Die Hard, people will then use that term Die Hard to describe movies that are similar, where it's just like something taking place, like Die Hard on a boat, Die Hard on a train, Die Hard on a plane. And I immediately thought like Home Alone kind of feels like it's Die Hard in a confined space.
Yeah.
But it would have been like 2 years afterwards. But like you just bringing up Kevin McAllister, because that kid, that was an intuitive 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
truly.
But yeah, definitely so interesting just how like either absolutely cold like the FBI was in that movie, where there was just like no concern, it seemed, for like human life, compared to like the police, who in general, with the exception of Al Pal, who like all of them seemed very inept. Even the police chief, played by Paul Gleason, like he had some lines in there that actually also reminded me of like Rush Hour. Like, do you remember oh my gosh, so in Rush Hour 2, when Ricky Tang is like launched or falls out of the building and he hits a cab, and Chris Tucker's like,
Ooh,
I guess he did. I think is what
I think he says.
Oh, no, that was Rush Hour 1 when the dude fell, and he's
That
like,
was
oh, you know he did.
And then when Ricky Tank fell, it was, ooh, you know he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
Well, wasn't that
But
like
there was a blooper. I don't remember him saying anything.
Oh.
I think he may have just said ooh, but I don't think he like.
Oh, didn't he say something about trying to catch a cab?
He may have said that. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You're trying to catch a cab. Like, but it reminded me because like Paul Gleason says something when at the very end of the movie. There's actually a couple of things. There's one thing he said that when basically John discovers that the roof was rigged to blow when they were putting all the hostages up, and then like the FBI helicopter is hovering above the helipad, and then it blows up, and they go with it. He just looks with a dead face and goes, "Oh man, we're gonna need some more FBI guys." Like,
Yeah. Very
Excuse me?
sitcom. Yeah, just.
But it was hilarious.
Yeah, there are times where like, I guess like the movie remembers it's a movie.
Right. It's almost, yeah, like kind of breaking the fourth wall to a certain degree.
And you're like, oh, okay. So I mean, it was funny that he said it, and they were pricks. Like they immediately came in just not helping the situation whatsoever, and he was already not being helpful.
Right. So
Yeah, right.
So it was just like onion. It was just layers to this unhelpfulness that everybody had.
Oh, it's such a good movie though. What are some of you guys' like favorite parts, or is it like in general the whole experience just?
on a rewatch, I think the things that stuck out to me were just kind of because I can't remember how we made the comment, but it just seems like to condense kind of 80s filmmaking for me. Because like it's like when Al just got out of the gas station and like it's like, oh, I'm going over to Nakatomi, and he just like, that's not his voice at all, but like he just looks like they just do like a pan to Nakatomi Tower for like 10 seconds. It's like, what did that do? Like what? And then it's when he's up in the vents and he like walks past like the naked photos again. He's like, hey ladies, and I'm like, god damn it. So it's just all the little quirks of like, I don't know if it's just either quirks or personality or what, but just like the way like older films were just kind of built different, I guess.
They were
built different.
They definitely were.
I kind of feel like this one is like one though that like it definitely has those moments that you're talking about, but like it stands the test of time. Like I feel like Die Hard, I can watch in any decade and be like, this movie is freaking phenomenal.
The most, yeah. So, like I got notes, but my note, I put in here one of these days. I think I'm just gonna like put my notes like in like a thing that other people can read. So I wrote here, probably controversial, but I think Alan Rickman might be too good for this movie.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I would agree.
Okay.
He absolutely destroys the role of Hans Gruber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, in a movie that, like we were kind of just saying, has these like weird kind of goofy moments where it can kind of take you out a little bit, he never does that. He does the exact opposite, and he pulls you in. And from the instant that he appears, he has a lethal air to him. And you, it's like, you know, he's professional, but you also think he might just kill.
Yeah.
Without like any
like
type
no
of,
one's
like,
safe.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
discrimination, like
absolutely.
whatsoever. So like, you're just sitting there and you're like, is he about to do it? And then he just kind of does his like smooth talk, and then like the scene changes. I thought he was about to kill somebody right there. Like you, like at any point, and like you can feel everyone else's tension to that, as if like they themselves are worried that might happen, even though they're supposed to be acting. And you're like Hans is so fucking good in this movie. Alan Rickman kills it in this role, and having him juxtaposed to everyman John McClane in the way that Bruce Willis plays him, and they're just these like essentially like two diametric forces just like smashing into each other.
Yeah.
And you have this like cold calculating person who genuinely thinks that they're always like 5 steps ahead, but in reality are maybe only like 2 steps ahead. And as such, because of that, he's got an ego about him that's allowing him to fail, because of the fact that John is this like, it's like he had everything planned out, but there's a variable that just didn't exist.
Yeah.
And then it suddenly existed. And now he's having to like still maintain his cool while working around that variable. And when he finally comes into contact with John, and John this entire time has not known what he's looked like, therefore when he finally starts to just be around him, like that part, I was like, I wish that part was actually like longer.
Yes.
Just simply because like John just does not know. And at times I thought to myself, like, does John know?
I feel like he had a hint of it, right? Like some part of him felt a little uneasy.
Because he keeps like a distance,
Yeah.
but then he like gives him a gun. And then you find out that he realized like
The gun's
gun
not
loaded.
loaded.
the gun's not loaded, because he's like, and at that point I was like, did he know, or was it just like, I'm gonna give you this, but I just don't trust you.
Right.
You know, to your point, there. I don't know if you, what do you guys think about this, but would love your thoughts, because every time I rewatch this movie, I'm still trying to figure out exactly sort of the game of like chess they were playing when it seems like they're close. Obviously, they have just met, and it seems like they're kind of in separate rooms, maybe separated by a doorway. But then John is looking at a board that kind of has a list of names.
I think they're in a hallway.
Okay.
And like,
So-
I think,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
and it says like William Clay, and then Hans said Bill Clay.
Yeah.
Was his name. But even still, after he says Bill Clay, you see the shot of John looking over at it just to scan to see if the name is on there. And it's interesting to me because even though the name is on there, that in itself didn't lower his guard. And I just wonder if I missed any other detail on what Hans had said but like somewhere in the in between time of them initially meeting in that moment, that would have lent some kind of hint that like, oh, he's not actually Bill Clay.
No, in fact, I had to rewatch that a couple of times, because it almost seems like when he looks at it and the way that they make it seem like he looked at it, it almost like heightened his
suspicion.
Yeah.
Instead of lowering it, as if he was like, oh, that's weird, that name's on here and that's the name he gave me. You would think that'd be like, oh okay.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, did you feel that?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, because it's like Bill, like people, Williams go by Bill. Yeah,
Will's Bill. Will's Bill. Bill's Will.
Will's Bill. So, but yeah, it definitely just framed like, oh, he's lying to me.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm
yeah,
like, what did you get from that
Right.
like, made you understand that?
But I also think that like Hans doesn't play it. I don't think he plays it straight enough, and he still kind of has this like apprehension himself. And I think maybe that's what John picks up on, because like that tension is there the entire time. And I know we're like outside the outside audience, so we know,
Right.
like we have that bit of irony, but like it felt like even in their thing, like in like to them themselves, that at any given time, Hans could have just turned on him. Mm-hmm. And they kept feeling that way until he finally did it. And you're like, okay, well, like, I'm glad you got it out the way, because you were getting like to this like almost breaking point of like, because it was like Hans knew immediately. He was like, this is John McClane. This is the person that's been like a thorn in my side this entire time. But it was like, you would think to yourself he would have immediately just gotten rid of him. But for him to be like, nope, I'm gonna string this along. But you know that he was like, I got to kind of figure out what you're about, and why you've been here, why this is happening. And
he almost tried to like go and immediately take him out, right? Because he was about to go back and grab his gun.
Yeah,
he did
put his gun like right behind that vent.
He did, and then he like stopped.
Yeah,
and like, which was weird because like, like he was there and he could have seen you do it, but the instant he could have turned, you could have immediately.
Oh, I didn't think John even turned though, right? Like John was looking at him, was like, "Hey,
he was looking at him for
like,
a very long time. He kind of basically like forced him to, but he could have been like, "Oh, I just need to go back and get this. Like I left my briefcase over here or something." That, like, of course he could have left something over there.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get away from these terrorists.
Yeah,
these well-groomed terrorists. Dude, they had amazing hair.
All of them.
Every one of them had amazing hair.
And they were like a rainbow coalition. It was just everybody was there, and they were all like, everybody knew exactly what they needed to do. They were like a heist.
Yeah,
each person had a very specific
it
role.
kind of was.
And, I guess in a way, like if it were from their it's like if it were from their point of view, it'd be a heist movie.
Yeah,
but they were just having to deal with like an antagonist, just constantly getting in their way.
Yeah.
Yes. So you had fucking Carl. Oh,
Carl, dude.
I tried to find information on to see, but I don't think they were planning. What I'm getting at is, I feel like Carl could have been played by Dolph Lundgren, and I feel and I feel like if they may have been like thinking in that way of being like, you should get Dolph Lundgren for this, and then they couldn't get him, so they got some like I think he's like a Russian dancer.
Really?
Dancer?
I think he was like a Russian ballet dude.
I would have never guessed. Because that dude is like, not to say that, I guess I shouldn't just assume that dancers can't be intimidating, but like Carl, no offense to any dancer.
What are you gonna do?
Carl,
Step up to me with the two-step?
You don't know what they're doing? They stomp in the yard. Like, yeah, that dude seems like
Crunk.
did that chest pump. He did that 2001 chest pump. Destiny's Child. Yeah. Carl, he killed my brother. Dude, that's dude, they really were a rainbow coalition. The actor's name, because it's so funny to me, and I remember rewatching Die Hard after Walker Texas Ranger, and I'm like, that's the guy from Walker Texas Ranger. And it's like so funny to me that
Which
he went
one?
from
Dolph Lundgren? Or?
No, the Black Hour.
Yeah, from the terrorist side. Who was the hacker.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He was like the sidekick.
Yeah, he's the sidekick to Walker.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I've watched so much Walker Texas Ranger. That's wild.
Yeah, I think something Hilliard is his name.
Ranger upon you. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
The eyes of a ranger are upon you. Oh man. But yeah, that I love. I love so many things about this movie. I think everyone played their role so great. Like obviously, like Alan Rickman is a huge standout. I think some of the freakouts that Bruce Willis has, it just makes me. I really appreciate Bruce Willis's freakouts and his his mannerisms and gestures. Like the excitement that he had when he saw like the first cop like come up and circle the building.
Yeah,
like he's jumping around like yeah, like he's just so excited and pumped. And like his reaction to certain things, I think is like legitimately just had me laughing and like rewinding at certain moments because he would just say shit. Even the fight between like when finally Carl and John meet and they're fighting, I love that fight because Bruce Willis, like the things that he was saying to him, kill me. Like the way he was telling him, "I'm gonna kill you." I was like, "I'm gonna cook you. I'm gonna eat you," and he like punches him in the face.
It was also such an ugly fight.
Yeah.
Like even by 80s like action movie standards, it was like
it was pretty-
two people who just did not know how to fight, just swinging on each other.
Just raw going at it, man.
Then when he hung him up, I was like, oh, he got him. Then that Carl, the fucking T-1000.
Dude, his neck, crazy. So I was thinking about that. What do you think got him down? Like, do you think he got down, or do you think the explosion on the roof somehow?
I think that's really, like, if you're trying to science it out, I think that's really, like, the only way that could happen.
The look on your face. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Like, because I'm really trying to do the math here, and it's like, yeah, because he was near those stairs, and that's where all the hostages ran down, right?
Yeah, because they
So,
ran
like,
right
it
past
was-
him and they
yeah.
were screaming. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I think that's the only way because I don't know if that ceiling was exactly like the landing pad or whatever.
Right underneath
But
it,
I think if it collapsed far enough, then. But then, how do you not just get like rubbleized, crushed under stone and rock?
His his vengeance knew no bounds.
That's true.
Yeah,
He killed his brother,
really-
so that's
That's
pretty.
true.
It's pretty messed up.
They were such big men.
Yeah,
It
they
felt
really
like-
were. Yeah,
Yeah.
It felt like so many of them were so giant. Then you had,
filling
like,
doorways.
you
Yeah,
had
it
like
was-
Albert Long, and it was like, man, Albert Long is just always just a random henchman.
Yeah.
In every movie, I've never seen a movie where he's just like a normal member of the cast. So he's just like Asian henchman number one. Oh yes, Albert Long.
He's the one of the terrorists that like grabbed the crunch bar like when he was waiting. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I think it would be so funny where
See, Pirates of the Caribbean. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
Oh, he is.
he's in Pirates of the Caribbean. He's in
Let's go.
Double Dragon,
Ooh.
which I recently did. He was in, I believe he was in Big Trouble in Little China. I think he was in Three Ninjas.
My goodness.
He is
Always
a
a
henchman.
Good. I feel like if we ever had a chance to make a movie, we need to give him like a send off, like a
main-
hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's got to be.
He's the guy.
He can always be a henchman.
Sometimes you got to be the man,
Yeah,
not the
there you go.
henchman.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
I do think it would be awesome though if like the terrorists like they came down to get him like, hey dude, we got to go back up. We're heading out. And he was just like in a food coma because he just ate so many crunch bars. And there's just like all of these empty wrappers.
So there is a scene, and I have a question on this. I don't know if you guys noticed it. So it's basically it's the scene where Carl, Hans, and John are together. Hans kind of reveals his hand. He finds out that the gun isn't loaded, and then so John has to separate because Carl shows up, and then Hans and Carl are next to each other, like roughly right next to each other, and I made the assumption that Carl and his brother were German. They seemed German to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hans proceeds to basically tell Carl in German to shoot the glass.
And he's like, he didn't
And
understand
he didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to say it in English. And then Carl's like, oh, I got you. Start shooting the glass. I'm like,
What are you?
what are you?
Yeah.
You seem German in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, you said that like the actual actor is Russian, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So, but I guess his brother was. Was
'Cause I
his
thought
brother
they
shown to
were-
be speaking German?
Yeah, I was just, because like when they're cutting, when he's doing the phone, I thought that was,
Yeah.
I thought that was German.
Because I'm pretty sure he says like Scheisse or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, aren't y'all German? Why do you not understand him speaking German to you?
I wonder. Well, like, yeah, no, that's a good question. Because at that point, is it purely for the audience? Like, because they hadn't translated. There were no translation for anything they were saying in German. Like, at no point in the movie. So I just wonder if, like, finally they kind of felt the need to do that, where it was like, oh, the audience is not going to understand what Hans is trying to communicate here. So, but like, yeah, to your point, like, why? Because you can't even say like, oh, were his ears ringing? Because like, okay, what will be the difference of him saying in German or English?
Yeah,
like,
right.
why would he
Yeah.
hear one like his non-native language better?
I just thought that was so weird. Because like,
No, it is very strange. Yeah.
I was sitting there like, because Carl was just looking at him. I was like, "Are you gonna do it?" And then he said, "Shoot the glass" in English. And he was like, "Oh, I got you."
Glass.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
Say it in my second language next time. Like, come on.
I'm really trying to practice English. You know this. Come on, Hans.
He's like that. Didn't you were telling us a story a few weeks ago about how like you were in that Spanish camp,
Yeah,
and you were in the one where like
they
you
just
weren't
gave up.
speaking.
Yeah, they were. They're just like, we know you don't know Spanish. Here's English.
It kind of seems like that moment was like an extension of it. It's like, hey, you know that we're terrorists. That like we got to speak to each other in German.
Yeah,
like, you got to like
get with the program, man.
You can't do this. We're trying to do English.
Oh man, this movie just it's so good every time I watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I've never watched this movie and be like, no, I can see why it didn't do so well.
Yeah, dude. Like it just doesn't. I don't know what it is exactly, but it does not get old.
Yeah.
There are some things that like I do like the fact that even for like an 80s movie that Bonnie Bonnie, I forget her name in real life, Bonnie something, but that Holly had her moment to show that like she can hold her own in that situation.
Yeah.
That she kept her head cool, and even the way that it seemed to me that she earned Hans's respect from the moment that she walked in to start making those demands.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, what idiot put you in charge?" He's like, "You did."
Yeah.
And then he stops like writing, and then he looks up and he's like, "I'm gonna address you and like talk to you."
Right.
And I just like it's like, damn, like
Feminism.
yeah, dude. And you can see like now like how like I know that their marriage is like estranged, like estranged wife and whatnot because of her moving away for the job and whatnot, but it just kind of shows that like how like level-headed, how cool, how pragmatic she can be, and like how she did not give in to her fear just like her husband. So like they were both like that's a power couple right there, dude. John McClane and Holly Gennaro. Goodness gracious.
So speaking of Holly, Bonnie Bedelia
Yes.
is her.
Hell yeah.
You want to know something? You know what her maiden name is?
Oh gosh.
Gennaro?
Culkin.
Whoa.
She is the aunt of Macaulay and Kieran Culkin.
She's a Culkin?
No wonder Macaulay Culkin was in Home Alone. He's in Die Hard in the house. His aunt was in Die Hard.
Trying to do the math how he gets in Die Hard if it's his aunt, but I'll get there.
Well, because
It's Die Hard. It's the Die Hard.
Die Hard in the house.
Okay.
his aunt was in Die Hard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
The movie came out 2
following
years
you.
later. Yeah, I'm reaching, but
Yeah. No.
wow, dude,
That's fun. That is a fun fact.
what?
It's very interesting. I was like, oh.
No way.
Did she do any other movies after this?
So she did like a few, but again, like most of this cast is just not like. I think like Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman are just like the ones that can
Right.
continue on from here. Obviously, Reginald Vell Johnson, who I learned added the Vell to his name. His actual name was Reginald Johnson.
What?
Crazy, but
Okay.
Reginald Vell Johnson obviously became Carl Winslow. There's a whole headcanon theory that people have about the Carl Winslow character.
That he actually is Al Powell.
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
So basically, like, I'm trying to remember exactly how it's supposed to go. I believe so he's in Ghostbusters as a cop. And then something happens there that causes him to have to go to
Los
Los Angeles.
Okay.
He then accidentally kills that kid.
Yeah.
And as a result, starts to deal with like trauma from killing the kid, and goes to and apparently supposedly like his wife that was expecting in the movie has a miscarriage, and the two split, I believe, and then he moves to Chicago
Okay.
and meets Harriet. And Harriet at the time was working she was working as the elevator woman for the show Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
And so he gets the job in Chicago as a cop. She like eventually leaves, and then they start Family Matters, because Family Matters is a spinoff of the Perfect Strangers. And supposedly in this story, even though like it then becomes the psychosis from the kid that he killed. The kid that he killed before Die Hard is Steve Urkel.
Gotcha.
And basically he's just like in a psychosis, which is why like such fantastical things happen in Family Matters.
Yeah. He also did say like, "Oh, the kid had a ray gun, looked real enough to me," and it feels like something that like Steve Urkel would have.
Yeah,
his hand is a ray gun.
Sure.
So, it is everyone's favorite segment of the show. Some might call it the featured part of the presentation.
How many Panharmonicons does it get? How many Panharmonicons does it get? How many Panharmonicons does it get? How many Panharmonicons does this get? Die Hard. Andrew, spit.
I'm gonna say 4.5. In my heart, I feel like it should be a 5, but I'm gonna be a little coy and just do a 4.5.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, 4.5 for me as well. I was gonna say 4 3/4 just to be like the Price is Right, but it is not a perfect movie, but it doesn't have to be a perfect movie because it is just so naturally good itself.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just love Alan Rickman's acting in this movie, and I love Bruce Willis's like portrayal of John McClane. I also just love the name John McClane. It's such a like.
It's a good
like it just works.
name. Yeah.
Like, that's a name.
Yeah.
John McClane.
McAllister.
Whoa.
Yeah,
We
man.
don't. If you can't tell what's about to happen, you'll see next week. Yeah, just so many good and so many scenes and so many like parts of this movie have just been like taken in other movies have just been like like the taping the gun on the back and like acting like you don't have anything and then pulling it out. Like yippee-ki-yay, mother, has just become like lexicon at this point. Probably at this point, Nakatomi Plaza. That's almost a character within itself within this movie.
Yeah.
Like I literally put in here, like by the time this movie ends, you almost know the interior of Nakatomi Plaza yourself.
Yeah. They go to every inch of that place.
You're just all over. I think its real name is the Fox Plaza.
Ooh.
So I guess that's why they showed it so much. They're like, we gotta get our money's worth on this one.
Yeah.
But how many Panharmonicons do you get?
I give it a 5. I give it 5 Panharmonicons. And like just like you said, though, like I do recognize it's not like absolutely perfect with like absolutely there's nothing at all to like nitpick about it, but even still with everything, it is so fluid, and it to me manages to make 2 hours and like 20-minute runtime feel a lot shorter.
Yeah.
There's so many elements about the movie that are like you become so engrossed in the film that there's certain things that I don't think you maybe realize until it's happening. Like the whole like Hans not knowing what John looks like and John not knowing what Hans looks like. It's something that I never like. I shouldn't say never until this rewatch, but like you get so engrossed in the movie unraveling itself that you might forget that, these two people don't know what each other look like. They have not met. Like, there's this totally just like, what is that one show called where you like figure out who the lover is behind a wall? You never see. I don't know.
Love is Blind?
Love is Blind. There we go. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But, it is such an amazing movie. I do want to make sure I get this out there because I love this line so much. And it just speaks to how well Alan played this role. After he kills the boss, like Nakatomi, like Mr. Nakatomi, I guess that was his name. But the line that he has when he's talking, he's addressing the employees. He's like, "So he will not be joining us for the rest of his life."
Yep.
Like that line to me, I love it because he's so callous with it and cold while he's just eating cake. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Alan Rickman. What a boss.
Yes, it. And let us know how many Panharmonicons out of 5 you would give Die Hard. And like I said, let us know if you consider it a Christmas movie. Might put a poll up, we'll see. But I want to thank you for listening to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents.
a podcast.
Sure. I said it at the beginning, but I'll say it again. If you can give us a thumbs up, now that you've listened to all of it, or give it a thumbs down on Spotify, rate it 1 through 5. And if you can give us a follow on Spotify and on, about to say Facebook, on YouTube, if you can subscribe for us, we would be just greatly appreciative of any engagement that you guys can give us, because we want to engage back. We're some engaging kind of guys. And thank you for listening again. This has been Damon.
This is Farron.
And this is Andrew.
And we are signing off. Have a good Christmas holiday, everyone.
Fa la 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 la.
Ho ho ho, I have a machine gun now.
La, la, la.
I wanted this to be professional, efficient, adult, cooperative, not a lot to ask. Alas, your Mr. Takagi did not see it that way, so he won't be joining us for the rest of his life. See, we can go any way you want us. You can walk out of here or be carried out.